Welcome to Beginner Part 2, and congratulations on completing Beginner Part 1. Think about all the wonderful things we've learned. We've learned whole notes, half notes, quarter notes, and eighth notes. What else did we learn? We learned all the power chords. We learned about power chords. And we also mapped out the entire low E string. We know sharps, we know flats, we know natural notes, we know 4/4 time, bar and measure. We know all these things. Now, we're going to learn about an upstroke. Let's get started. All of this time, we've been playing downstrokes. We know what a downstroke is. And the good news is, we're going to give our fretting hand a much needed and well-deserved break. We're going back to the thuds. Remember the thuds? Remember muting strings? That's what we're going to do. Yay! I hear some of you breathing a huge sigh of relief. Oh, yay, good. Oh. So yes, we're going to concentrate on the strumming hand a little bit. So, mute the strings, please. Let's focus on the strumming hand. We have a downstroke. You know, how many downstrokes have you played? Could we count them? I don't even know. A whole lot, I bet. So there we go. We have a downstroke. Now think about it. All of this time, we've been doing a downstroke, and we come back up and we miss the strings. Well, how about that? What would happen if on the way back up, we engage the strings and we strum up? That feels strange. Go ahead, try it. So we have a downstroke and then an upstroke. That's interesting. It feels kind of strange, doesn't it? Like petting a cat backwards. Something just doesn't feel quite right. We have that downstroke and now the upstroke. We have a downstroke and an upstroke. Feels a little strange. So let's go a little crazy here for a little bit and just get used to that. Let's try that a couple of times. And remember in the first lesson when I said, oh, you know, you might want to keep a few guitar picks lying around. You might have a few guitar picks fly out of your hand, so you just get to reach over and grab one and keep going. But you can also try it with your thumb. It's good to play with your thumb every once in a while, just to get the feel of it and experience the timbre of the guitar with the thumb. That being said, we have our pick. Keep some by just in case one flies away. So you have a downstroke and an upstroke. Let's get a little crazy now and just get used to the motion. Here we go. Just down, up, down, up, down, up. Just feel it. Just, there it is. See how that feels? It's pretty neat. How can something that we've done so often feel so strange? Well, in a way, it's brand new. We just always missed on the way up. Now, it feels a little strange. There it is. Great, great. Okay, now here's what we're going to do. That's excellent. That's all we're learning here right now. When we go to the play section, what we're going to do is we're going to count our eighth notes. Just like we have been the whole time preceding, all the times before, we say 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. But this time, the only thing we're going to change this time, this lesson, and into the play section, is when we say 1 and 2 and, we're going to add the upstroke. 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and. Here it is without the upstroke. It sounds 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Now I'm going to add the upstroke. We have 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So try that with me. Let's try it. It's a little strange. It's a little strange. So let's give it a shot before we jump into that play section. We're going to start. I'll count you in and we'll go 1 and 2 and. Ready and go. And 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Excellent. You may want to try that a few times. You may want to try it a few times before you go into the play section, or when you go into the play section, it seems a little bit weird. You can always repeat those things. I invite you to. I think it's important that you play through the play section several times. Make sure you have it rock solid and down to the point where you feel it. It's for such a small change, it makes such a big difference in how it feels. At least for me it does. Maybe for you it's just natural. Boom, you have it. Great, excellent. That's what we're after. We're after downstrokes, those eighth note downstrokes, 1 and 2 and, but just adding that upstroke. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Okay, good luck with this. I will see you in the play section. And again, congratulations on completing beginner part 1. There are many, many just really cool lessons waiting for us down the road. Let's focus on this, because just like everything else in part 1, we will build on this and you will hear it. Once we put some numbers and get a bit of a feel and dig a little deeper into the mechanics, into what we're doing, you will have one of those aha moments. Or as one of my teachers used to say, there it is, there's the light bulb. Just when I see it, there's the light bulb, I see it. It's right above your head and it just went on. You'll have some of these eureka moments, and then all of this playing, you'll get it. And all of a sudden, you will sound like the people you admire. You'll sound like the professional musicians and the professional guitar players. It's right there. Keep at it, and I applaud you for and on your efforts. And we will have some of those aha moments. Oh, wow, this sounds like this. Wow, now I really sound like I really play. And yes, you can. You really can play. We're going to keep refining what we learn, and you will hear the results. You really will. You'll also, before we get to the play section, one thing you can do is, I heard a recording engineer, a few musicians, and certainly producers say, in the old days, we used magnetic tape to record, and people would say the tape never lies. The tape never lies. And what that means is, when you record something, when you hear it back, well, that's what it sounds like. Now we can record on a watch or a phone. There's wonderful recording gear, and we can get into that. That's a whole other world. But think about recording yourself. Hopefully, you've already started that. You've already started recording your own ideas. Maybe you started back with the power chords, or sliding your third finger around on the A string. Well, that sounds really cool. I want to remember that. You can always find an application and just hit record. And what I would do is, whenever I have an idea, I take my phone and I tap the video, so I know I'm going to get the audio, and I'll put it facing me, and away I go, and I play, so I'll get to see exactly how I played something. And then, most importantly, what I'm getting at here is, you'll hear exactly how it sounds. And when you hear it back, that tape doesn't lie. Does that sound good? Is that how I want it to sound? Or you can play it for your friends. Hey, what do you think of that? Check that out. Listen to this riff. And if you're starting a band, great. That's fantastic. You get to hear it back. Am I hearing what I want to hear? Am I hearing what I think I'm hearing? So please, record things. If you have an idea, record it, by all means. So there you go. I'll see you in the play section, and best of luck. I'll see you over there. We'll have some fun. All right.